So, a few weeks ago, Anthropic released this story. The story is that they have made a new AI named Mythos. The story they are sharing is that they were testing the grounds with this that AI, basically like testing, like trying to see how it was going to escape from a little problem they put the clunker into, and then and why the story says that the guy that was doing all that took a break, went to eat a sandwich, and then he got a notification from the clunker from AI Cloud Mythos. That Mythos then they realized it came into the internet, thing that it didn't have access to, and it then they realized that, oh, this is the most powerful and most dangerous AI there is right now. They say it can hack and block any AI, any software, any protection there is on the internet, and basically that this is too dangerous. So what they did is they are saying that they will not be releasing this AI to the public right now. They are going to send this to, or they sent these to 14 companies. Some of them are one of the biggest, the Magnificent Seven, your Amazon, your Google, your Nvidias, and then basically to see like what's going to happen. That story came out, and then people started to get worried. People started to say like, "Oh, what if this chatbot became, it made a copy of itself on the internet? What happens if like this is the end of everything? It's the end of the internet. It's the end of everything if this thing exists and it's going to take over whatever." Now, this story personal. If you ask me, I will say it's 100% marketing. It's just marketing to provoke curiosity, to prove that Anthropic is still way big, but way is in front of every other AI company, and of course to sell things, to make mm, this mystique of their product, like the name says, to create a mythos about their new product. And why do I think this is marketing? Well, I took out water. Well, for that I want to talk about this in parts. In the first part will be the origins of Anthropic. Let me set you the scene really fast. And it's in the OpenAI opened around 2012. Many things happened. It was a non-profit. It was supported by Elon Musk. Then Sam Altman, like there is like the story of Sam Altman. They kicked him out of the company. Then he turned himself into a CEO. Actually, you didn't know. Andrew Garfield is filming a movie right now called Artificial, and it's going to adapt that thing that happened. Like he's going to play Sam Altman, and he's going to tell that story. And the point is like this now in that era, the actual of today CEO of Anthropic, I don't know his name. He is was part of OpenAI. He was part of OpenAI. I don't know if he quit or if they fired him. And but that happened when the AI glazing started. So he founded his own AI company, saying we are going to create the best AI to ever AI in the history of AI. We are out AI the other AIs, basically. And then he created Anthropic. Now the thing both the difference between Anthropic like how they say their business model from OpenAI is that, and in the case of OpenAI, we're going to cover that more deeply in the future. But right now, OpenAI it's basically dancing. It's if they stop dancing, they will die, and they straight up. So they are making a lot of projects, and many of them are failing. One of them is Sora. We are going to talk about Sora in the future, by the way. Um, then like for example, they have like they are want to make like their own glasses. They're going to make like their version of Alexa for ChatGPT. They have like many other projects that are throwing money into. But Anthropic, in the other hand, they know they cannot compete with the public in the part of they cannot compete because ChatGPT is right now the most used clunker chatbot in the case of this AI glazing. If I don't misremember, they have like 800 million active users, and in the scale, Gemini has like six, no, like 500, 600 million users, active users. If you ask me, I think those users from Google are inflated because they are also counting things like the AI overview and the AI mode in their, when you open your browser. But that's not the topic of today. So they know they cannot compete against OpenAI. So what they are choosing to do instead is to go corporate, to go private, to go to companies and say, hey, you want to use this chatbot, this AI in your company? Well, instead of using OpenAI, what our ChatGPT, we are going to give you a deal. We are going to secure the data and the things you are going to use, the private and delicate information you are going to use for you know for for in your company with this deal, and we are going to have like a personalized chatbot for your company. That's their deal. A good example is the multi-million dollar deal they make with Dell. Oh, I wait. Let me see if I because I like it's like a company I honestly didn't knew before this. Let me tell you the story because that thing of that company I think is a funny story. Here it is. So they make a deal with Deloitte. That was the deal. Funny thing about that story, the same day they like actually like a few hours after that deal landed with Anthropic and Deloitte, Deloitte was sued by the Australian government because Deloitte gave them important documents full of errors because they did it with Anthropic's AI. I think that's really, really funny. Anyways, so that's the deal. That's the thing that Anthropic is doing right now. That's the thing that Anthropic's business model. And they don't have like the other AI companies or tech companies. They don't have a video or image generator. They are only focusing in the chatbot and the one for vibe coding. Just to show you, like